To anyone just passing by, this might look like nothing more than a small church tucked quietly in the middle of nowhere. But here, perched on the shores of beautiful Lake Lindsey, just north of Brooksville, Florida, lies a place steeped in history and faith. In 1845, the same year Florida became our 27th state, my third great-grandfather, Reverend John H. Tucker, stood right here with a small group of pioneers and founded Eden Baptist Church. Reverend Tucker was the first Baptist missionary to the Florida territory before it was even a state. A true frontier preacher, he traveled hundreds of miles through wilderness and danger, baptizing believers in these very waters and helping plant dozens of churches across the new land that would one day become Florida. His legacy of faith still echoes across these hills and this lake. We chose this sacred spot for our wedding because it ties our hearts together and links us to our pioneer roots. Here, where generations have been baptized, married, and laid to rest, we stand on the shoulders of those who came before us. As the waters of Lake Lindsey sparkle beneath Florida's endless blue skies, amid lush rolling hills and ancient oaks, let this moment remind us our love is rooted in history, strengthened by faith, and ready to write the next chapter.
Welcome. Welcome to a celebration of the most important ritual or ceremony in all of human culture, the binding of two people together in marriage, an occasion where two hearts, two souls, and two families are joined together for the good of everyone. Of all the events in societies around the world, nothing is so joyful as a wedding. The principal building block of culture from the earliest days of human history has been the pair bond. In some form or another, marriage has endured since the earliest civilizations in Mesopotamia, through dark ages and periods of enlightenment, from feudal states to tyrannies to great republics and everything in between. Think of all the changes we've witnessed in the world in our lifetimes, how different the social mores were now than they were in our grandparents' heyday. Now imagine that level of change over 5,000 or 6,000 years of recorded history. Empires were born, rose, and fell. Cultures that endured for millennia faded into oblivion. We went from horseback to automobile to rocket ships, and through all of that upheaval and change, marriage endured. It has endured because it works. It works to create a foundation of support and stability, a place where two people can lean into the storms of life together, because make no mistake, the storms are going to come. But when two people like Crystal and Steve marry, they set aside the fruitless trap of self in exchange for the greatest promise of life on earth, family. In a place like our beloved Florida, where storms seek often to overwhelm us, the need for family and togetherness is even more important. There need only be a hurricane kicking up in the Gulf to see our community circle the wagons to meet the tempest with a collective effort of neighbors helping neighbors, families reaching out to other families to see what they might need. It's fitting that we meet here on the shores of Lindsey Lake, where Steve's great-great-great-grandfather, John Tucker, the first Southern Baptist missionary dedicated to the Florida territory, established the Eden Baptist Church, one of more than 100 churches he would found here in the state. How altogether fitting that a new family is putting down roots in the fertile soil of family history. What a perfect backdrop for the wedding of two young-ish people who in their commitment to one another push back against the malaise of a modern culture that eats away at our great traditions, that promises connection through devices and apps, but more often delivers isolation and division. In a world gone crazy, leaning into love and tradition is a radical act, a courageous Southern proclamation. Crystal and Steve, you have chosen to answer the chorus of disharmony and outrage with Florida resiliency, with quiet humility. You are answering the impermanence of life with the eternal promise of love. When we are told that marriage is an outdated institution that's no longer relevant in modern life, answer with 6,000 years of human history that begs to differ. Answer skepticism with kindness and joy. Answer despair with the wide-eyed optimism of a wedding. So let's get married, y'all. All right. As an outward token of your commitment, you've decided to exchange vows. I'm going to read the vows, and at the end, you'll just tell me that those are in fact your vows. Stephen says, I, Stephen Barlow, in sound mind and body, in the presence of God in this place where our ancestors gave so much so that we could be here today in a spirit of gratitude and duty. Do hereby vow to uphold, defend, protect, and forever cherish Crystal as myself. I vow to never quit, never give up, and to honor the sacrifices of all those who came before us, such that I shall always exert myself to give in the same measure as I have received and am still receiving. I vow to be forever thankful for finding my one in a billion person. God bringing us together in this moment is faith ending in fruition. Therefore, gratitude dominates my being. Gratitude being the highest expression of love. I vow to give thanks in all things, recognizing our challenges and difficulties as gifts and our rewards as God-given recognition of our faith. I vow to always maintain my body and spirit in a constant state of readiness. My personal well-being is my responsibility, and I pledge to respect myself first. I vow to always promote, protect, and defend the sovereignty of our union as one. Two independent individuals united in love, purpose, value, vision, and faith. A uniquely sovereign union beyond our individual abilities and comprehension created by God. Steve, are these your vows?
That's them, absolutely. You nailed it.
Do you make them joyfully and freely today?
I do.
Crystal's vows. Stephen Eugene Barlow, today in the presence of God, I give you my heart and my life fully and forever. I promise to use all of my strength to protect the sacred gift that we've been given in each other, and I will never, for a single day, take that gift for granted. I vow to protect my own mind from every thought that could cause division between us. Gosh, that is beautiful. And to extend grace to you when it's hard. I promise to prioritize our marriage above all other relationships, placing you and us first, always. When you feel weak, I will pick up the slack. When I am weak, I trust you to carry me. Together, we will never let the other fall. I vow to value honesty with you and with myself always, speaking truth in love, even when it's uncomfortable, because only truth keeps us close. I will treat you as I want to be treated, with kindness, patience, and respect in every moment, big and small. I honor and respect you as my leader, the head of our home, while promising to partner with you fully, bringing the God-given wisdom He placed in me to help guide us side by side. I will serve you with gentleness, just as you serve me. I promise to bring peace into our home, to be a safe harbor for you, and to guard the atmosphere of our life together with tenderness. I vow to laugh with you often, to enjoy every moment we're given, and to keep our eyes fixed on what truly matters in this life. And I promise to love your family as my own. With all that I am and all that I will ever be, I choose you. Today, tomorrow, and for all the days God gives us, I'm yours. Crystal, are these your vows?
Yes.
Do you make them freely and joyfully today?
Yes.
Wonderful. As you go out into the world to live these vows, I hope you will consider this short passage from the book of Ruth as a guiding principle in your marriage. It's maybe the fiercest and most beautiful passage ever written about commitment. Ruth says to her love, "Entreat me not to leave you or to turn back from following after you, for wherever you go, I will go, and wherever you lodge, I will lodge. Your people shall be my people, and your God, my God. Where you die, I will die, and there will I be buried." Friends, as you begin your new life together, my advice is to love like Ruth, completely, unreservedly, forever. Crystal and Steve, in the great tradition of marriage that has endured the ages, and with a resilient Florida blessing on your new family, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.